Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Friday. I hope you've made it through the week well. I overheard something interesting this morning. Uh, a older gentleman, I was walking past and heard him saying to another person that he wished that kids in school were taught more about faith instead of being taught English and basic math. And it really struck me as odd. This fellow was probably in his early to mid 60s. That's such a wild position to take. To think that there's grown adults walking amongst us, voting, rearing children and grandchildren, with the perspective that they wish kids learned less about reading, writing, and math in our public schools. But I want to focus on the reading and writing part. You know, in 2026 in America, more than 20% of all adults in this country are illiterate. And over half of all adults in this country can barely read and function below a fifth grade reading level. We have a serious problem with reading comprehension in this country. The rates of literacy have been steadily declining for the past 15 years. Never before have we had a country full of people that simply can't read. And if you look at testing scores of children in our public school system within the past same time frame, they are struggling horribly to be able to read. Even when you look at kids that go to college, they're entering institutions of higher learning now, unable to understand the syllabi that professors are setting forth for them, unable to keep up with reading assignments and books and articles that are assigned to them during their coursework. And professors are now having to modify their syllabi and the materials they use in their courses just so the students can pass their classes. So I take a bit of offense when I hear a full-grown adult saying that they wish kids didn't know how to read as well, didn't know how to write as well. I have a real problem with that because we're already facing an avalanche of reading incapability in our society. And all of that has slid downhill into a giant mound of garbage that is pushing our kids down to where they struggle even reading basic picture books. It's worrisome. And if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I celebrate literature. You know, I love to read. I love to write. I have a degree in English literature. So the written word is very important to me. A society that cannot read or write is more easily oppressed and told what to do. Now, this isn't an argument I'm making about religion and faith. I believe people can and should express their freedom of religion. I believe they should explore their faith however they see fit. I want them to have a closer connection to God, whatever God that may be. But I'll be damned if all of that should override and degrade the ability of our children to be able to read and write. Because if you can't read and write, how can you even share your ideas and perspectives on your faith. Faith without literacy is a cult. And we don't need more of that in this country. We need less. We need sound, capable adults that can share and spread information, be able to read what other people write, be able to read their Bibles, their Torahs, their tomes of worship. I got quite incensed when I heard that. And considering how poorly people are performing these days, we have a serious problem. It's only going to snowball and get worse. And we need adults that can read. So think about that when you are working with other individuals, especially older individuals who may be inclined to envelop faith around everything that they do. Are they blindly following their faith and trying to degrade the capabilities of others in their lives? Or are they trying to lift them up, genuinely lift them up? And one of those ways is being able to read. It's a serious topic. I hope you carry it into your thoughts for the weekend. Discuss it with your family and friends. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments and know what you've experienced in your day-to-day life. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you again real soon. Keep reading.